Hey, how's it going? This is Amy. Welcome back. This is Book Talk Thursday, May 30th, and we are gathered here today again to go over, well, I'm going to go over my TBR for June, or I like to call it my book of book possibilities reading list. Um, I don't want to get too overly ambitious, but sometimes that happens. So I just wanted to talk about a few books I have on my list that I wanted to read in June. One, I'm still have the Founding Mothers of NPR, still reading that, and I'm still reading All the Missing Girls by Megan Miranda. So this is the one I'm gonna um just add to my June TBR. And it's a thriller. Says it's been 10 years since Nicolette Farrell left Cooley Ridge. 10 years since she broke up with Tyler, the man she thought she'd marry. 10 years since her best friend Corinne disappeared, never to be heard from again. When the call comes that her father is ailing, Nick is living in Philadelphia, light years away from her younger self. She drops everything to care for her dad, but within days of her return, another girl goes missing, and Nick experiences a terrifying sense of deja vu. As Nick works to unveil what happened to the missing girl, shocking truths emerge about her neighbors, her family, and what really happened to Corinne that night 10 years ago. So that sounds like a fun one. I've been wanting to read that one for a while, so I started reading it probably this last week. Yeah. So that's going to be one I'm adding. And right now we'll go ahead and tell you the weather update because we always got to get to that now. That's one of the things I like to do. So today, or May 30th, Thursday, it is now yesterday I said it was supposed to be hot, but it was really windy, so it didn't feel like it was that hot, which it said the winds could have been up to 17 miles an hour. And I think it was like high 80s. I mean, today it says it's 85 right now at 2 o'clock. But it says it's supposed to be 95. I don't know. I think we got a breeze out there. There's a little bit of breeze. There's a little breeze. Not as breezy as it was yesterday. But yeah, today's supposed to be 95, tomorrow's 99, and then it's going to drop into the mid-low 90s until Tuesday is going to be a hot one. 102. No, that's not the hot one. Excuse me. Excuse me. It is hot. Yes. Wednesday. Wednesday, we're going into our summer heat. Apparently, I'm hoping this is going to be wrong and it's going to change its mind because Wednesday is supposed to be 108. Now we get a dry heat here. We don't get the humidity like south, but still 108. That's a bit tipsy. Yeah, so that is your weather update for May 30th, Thursday, in Northern California. You're welcome. Yeah. Woo. It's going to be a hot one. I guess we're going to be doing craft projects inside on that day, huh? Reading, yes, that could, but I have crafts too, so we'll see about that. Yeah, that's first I seen that. That's first I seen that today. I didn't expect it to get that hot already. We were being teased with a mild summer start. Apparently not. But anyway, let's get back to the books. So the other one I have a fiction. I don't have very many fiction on this list. There's probably more, yeah, nonfiction just because it's going to be the anniversary of D-Day on June 6th, the 80th anniversary, by the way. So I have a few nonfiction that revolve around War II and D-Day. But this one I already showed you guys the other day, Tuesday, I think. But I'm going to have this on my possibility. Hopefully I can get to all these. I don't know, because there's about 3 or 4 of them are audio, so that shouldn't be hard. And then just a couple of actual books. But anyway, so this is The Hornet's Nest by Patricia Cornwell. And it is a cop. thriller. She usually writes like thriller, suspense, forensics types of things. And going on the background, you will see on my TV the college softball World Series playoffs are being played. My UCLA Bruins, they won the first game in this eight it's eight teams are left in it. So go Bruins. So about Hornet's Nest. This is it's a city of ambition and pride, a city long ago dubbed the Hornet's Nest of America. A swarming symbol dominates the badge of the police department that protects it, and the image of a darting, restless fighter, the whirling dervish of a hornet. Like the violence that swirls around Charlotte during the long hot summer, the hornet traces a dark, angry path, touching down unexpectedly, bringing stings of surprise wherever it lands. Now, I don't know about a hornet, but I've been stung by wasps, and it's quite stingy. Yeah. Um, I'm sure this looks just as bad. Um, but Patricia Cornwell's brilliant new novel, this is an older book, carries its own surprise. The creator of Case Scarpetta, the most fascinating character in contemporary crime fiction, now cunningly reveals the heart and soul of Metropolitan Police Department. With Charlotte as her simmering background, she propels us into the core of the force through the lives of a dynamic trio of heroes: Andy Brazil, an ambitious young reporter for the Charlotte Observer, and an eager, sometimes too eager volunteer cop. Police Chief Judy Hammer, the professionally strong yet personally troubled guardian of Charlotte's law and order, and her deputy chief, Virginia West, a genuine head turner who is married to her job. To walk the beat with Hammer, West, and Brazil is to learn the inner secrets of police work, the tension and the hilarity and the heartbreak, the unexpected pump of adrenaline, and the rush of courage that can lead to heroics or death. Like no one else before, Patricia Cornwell strips away the facade of the badge to lay bare the lives and motives of ordinary mortals in extraordinary circumstances. Hornet's Nest is as real as tonight's police blotter and as a page turning as Cornwell can be. Anyway, that was a little blurb to tell you how old this book is. I've had it for a little while, but I got it secondhand. I think I got it off of eBay. 1996. I don't know if this is a first edition. Um, I like that it says this book is printed on acid-free paper. Yeah, 1996. I'm gonna say this is a first edition. Um, it looks like it. Sounds like it. Um, pretty sure. Yeah. So it's published in 96. So it's been published a while, and I think there is 3 other books in this series. It doesn't tell me. I think there's well, not 3 other. I think there's 3 books total, and 3 book with these characters. Sturdy. Okay. Anyway, Hornet's Nest, the crime thriller drama, and the other ones we will go for. So one I have on hold right now. I should be getting it shortly. It's about D-Day. It's the the invasion of storming the beaches in France for the invasion to fight off Hitler and the Germans who had invaded France. But this is D-Day, The Battle for Normandy by Anthony Bevo. Bevo? I can't pronounce his name. Anyway, so there's that one. I think I have a little write-up. Probably do. probably didn't want to take this long and doing this little update, but here we are again. Again, Amy doesn't have her shit together. Um, yeah, Bevor, Bevor. This is that book, and it's the ebook I have, and it says 2 weeks, but I'm the first one in line on the hold, so. Okay. Renowned historian Anthony Beaver, the man who single-handedly transformed the reputation of military history, presents his first major account in more than 20 years of the Normandy invasion and the liberation of Paris. This is the first book to describe not only the experience of the American, British, Canadian, and German soldiers, but also the terrible suffering of the French caught up in the fighting. He draws upon his research in more than 30 archives in 6 countries, going back to original accounts and interviews conducted by combat historians just after the action. D-Day is the most consummate account of the invasion of the ferocious offense that led to Paris's liberation. And its release was in 2009. And I don't know how many pages this is, but anyway. Yeah, so that's that one. D-Day, the Battle for Normandy. And let's see here. That's that one. That's one of the main ones I wanted for D-Day. I wanted to get to. And then I also have, I'm listening to, I started the other day. I'm not very far. I just started. I'm like at 2%. But it's the main book I wanted to get to for June is D-Day Girls. Oh, let's see if I can get to show the book. Let's try that. D-Day Girls by Sarah Rose. And this one is in 1942, the Allies were losing Germany. The Allies were losing. Germany seemed unstoppable, and every able man in England was on the front lines to set Europe ablaze. In the words of Winston Churchill, the Special Operations Executive, SOE, whose spies were trained in everything from demolition to sharpshooting, was forced to do something unprecedented: recruit women. 39 answered the call, leaving their families and friends to become saboteurs in France. In D-Day Girls, Sarah Rose draws on recently declassified files, diaries, and oral histories to tell the thrilling story of 3 of these remarkable women. There's André Borel, a scrappy and streetwise Parisian who blew up power lines with the Gestapo hot on her heels. Odette Sansom, an unhappily married suburban mother who saw the SOE as her ticket out of domestic life and into a meaningful adventure. And Lise de Bassec, a fiercely independent member of the French colonial high society and the SOE's unflappable queen. Together they destroyed train lines, ambushed Nazis, plotted prison breaks, and gathered crucial intelligence, laying the groundwork for the D-Day invasion that provided to be the turning point in the war. Anyway, so yeah, so that sounded brilliant. And that one I have the audio, and like I said, I've started listening to it. It's interesting. The author is the narrator, and it's if I can go back to my 10 hours for that audio. Yep. And then I also found, I'm not sure if I'm going to get to this, but I definitely want to get to the D-Day invasion of Normandy and the D-Day Girls. But these are like extra I threw on here. So I found one called Code Girls by Liz Mundy. Oops. Oh, oh. Well, it's not letting me. There we go. Let's see. So, Code Girls. Oh, I'll show you a picture here in a second. Um, shh, 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 shh. You're scaring the people. Oh, let me. Okay, we're back. So this is Code Girls by Liz Mundy. Oh, yeah. This isn't gonna be very nice, is it? And I'll just throw it up on the screen. Anyway, this one is recruited by the U.S. Army and Navy from small towns and elite colleges. More than 10,000 women served as codebreakers during World War II. With their brothers' boyfriends went wild, their brothers and boyfriends took up arms. These women moved to Washington and learned the meticulous work of code breaking. Their efforts shortened the war, saved countless lives, and gave them access to careers previously denied to them. A strict vow of secrecy nearly erased their efforts from history. Now, through dazzling research and interviews with surviving Code Girls, best-selling author Liz Mundy brings to life this riveting and vital story of American courage, service, and scientific accomplishment. So yeah, that sounded good. Code Girls. Maybe we'll try it again. We'll still, yeah. That glare. So there's the Code Girls, there's the Bedford Boys. I haven't started it. It's only 8 hours. It's an audio. And the Bedford Boys. This is about, I can get the thing. This is an astonishing true story of 21 young men who were killed during the first horrifying minutes of D-Day and the friends and family they left behind in the small town of Bedford. 21 sons killed. No other town in America suffered a greater loss in one day. It is unforgettable story of triumph, courage, and tragedy based on extensive interviews with survivors and relatives as well as diaries and letters. Alex Kershaw's remarkable book brings to vivid, heartbreaking life the hitherto untold story of one small American town, their sons, and the brutal, bloody war that deprived them of their futures. So yeah, so that's by Alex Kershaw. So I found that interesting. That was about, well, like it said, this one town lost 21 men in the first, what did it say, the first few minutes? Yeah, the first few minutes of just landing on the beach in D-Day. And it's pretty ironic. But the Bedford Boys, that's the audio. Like I said, it's a little over 8 hours. But that sounded really interesting. So yeah, so there is a lot of there's a lot of books on World War II, and you can get through books on D-Day and stuff like that. But I wanted to definitely remember D-Day and have a few books on my list to read this year and listen to. And I think that's all I have right now. It was a very short list. I didn't want to get overexcited because I still have, I mean, I got so many books on my shelf, and then there's so many books I would like to get to either ebook, audiobook, or just borrow from the library. But yeah, so many books, so little time. But yeah, so that's my list I had for June. Kind of a short little update, but like I said, I didn't want to get I'm probably overly ambitious right now with just these books, but I had more and I crossed a lot off because I knew I wasn't going to get to those, and I kept the ones that I mainly thought that I was really interested in the most that I wanted to, and I wanted to throw in a few fiction books and not have all fiction. So I do have, like I said, I started The Missing Girls, and I have The Hornet's Nest I decided to throw in there. And yeah, so there's like one, two, three, four, five, if you count The Missing Girls, six. That's not bad. Um, yeah, that's, I think, pretty reasonable. I don't know that I can get through the six for the month, but hey, we'll see. So yeah, so that's just a little book update for Book Talk Thursday, and I hope you find some of these books interesting that maybe you want to read or listen to or buy even. But yeah, so thanks for stopping by, and cross your fingers, have high hopes. We just might be back on Tuesday. Um, but yeah, so I hope you guys have a good day, have a good weekend, and hope to see you back. All right, thanks. Bye.